had a viewer request that I show a recipe for scalloped potatoes, and so here it is. I wanted to share my scalloped potato recipe with you, and you can call this an au gratin potato as well because I'm going to use cheese in it. I think that's the defining difference between a scalloped potato and an au gratin potato, but you know, we're just going to cook this up in a casserole dish with some cheesy sauce. Okay, it's going to be really good. I'll leave the measurements right here if you'd like to check them out. You can jot them down. I'll also leave the ingredients and measurements in the description area below if you would like to copy them to your computer. So we're first going to start out by going ahead and grating your cheese. This is the cheese I recommend, and I bought this at Whole Foods. If you have a Whole Foods market near you, this is a great cheese for potatoes. They just go hand in hand, so I highly recommend using this cheese. And we are going to just slice up our potatoes with a mandolin slicer. So just go ahead and start by melting your butter, and we'll add our shallots and salt and garlic to the butter and just let those cook for about a minute. We're not going to cook them good because they're going to cook in with the potatoes as we bake them in the oven. And then you can go ahead and add in your flour, and we will give that a good whisk. I love this little whisk. I'll leave a link in the description area if you would like to also get one. I think it makes all of my sauces and gravies come together beautifully. So we'll go ahead and add a little bit of chicken stock just to kind of get it going. We want to smooth it out a little bit, and then I can gradually start to add my milk. You know, we're adding this slowly so it won't be lumpy or anything. And then a couple of twists of just some white pepper, and then a little bit of cayenne pepper. And then I'll just continue to add the milk. I'm using 2% milk. And if you have a garden, I love this thyme, so I'm going to highly recommend that if you're not growing it now, maybe next season, put a little plant of lemon thyme in your garden. It has a wonderful flavor, and the leaves are kind of variegated. They're yellow around the tips and they're green in the center, and the flavor, like I said, is just wonderful. So we're going to go ahead and add some thyme and some fresh parsley to the sauce. And then just continue to slowly add the milk. And now I'm going to add the cheese, but I'm going to reserve just a little bit to put on top of the potatoes before we bake them. Okay, so go ahead and melt your cheese in your sauce, and it melts very nice. So just layer your potatoes in a buttered dish, and then you can just put a little bit of sauce on each layer as you work your way up until you're out of sauce. And then for the very top layer, just go ahead and put a little bit of the cheese right there on top. This is what you want to brown towards the end, but it will melt nicely in here. So we'll give it a good cover, and we're going to bake it at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes. And then you'll remove the foil and you'll broil it for about 5 minutes. That's how I like to do it because I like a little bit of a sauce around the potatoes. If you want it a little bit dry, uncover it at 30 minutes so a lot of that moisture can evaporate, okay? And it will reduce down. But I like it a little bit saucy, so I like to keep it kind of covered and then just broil it at the end. So I hope that you can give this a try. Let me know how you like it if you do. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a beautiful day.